Yeah.
ก็รู้สึกผิดหวังครับก็คิดจริงๆก็คิดว่าแบบจะมาได้อะไรอย่างเงี้ยที่คาดหวังไว้แต่ก็
I feel like we're not playing 50% of like what we're capable of. If we want to improve, we gotta come into the match more ready.
This is not enough, so there's going to be changes.
This whole tournament has been like a free win for the other team.
I don't really know how or why.
We just weren't thinking the whole way through. We know what step 3 is, and we're just on step 1, but we skipped step 2, which hopefully that stops.
Beginning were Talon's roster as they qualify for champions, and with all this off-season time, had they finally fine-tuned this squad for success that we see now.
ต้องพัฒนาการด้านสื่อสารครับสื่อสารของทีมแล้วก็
Everything has to be more structured before heading into a game. Our mentality has to change.
Because we're constantly starting on the back foot, and it just makes it a lot harder than it should be.
Hold her up around the spike. Inside of elbow, he peeks out, and that's gonna be the headshot just in an instant. 13-6, Global Esports ends the first map.
Playing the first map, getting the nerves off, getting the comms rolling. That's what it takes for us to come out swinging in the second map.
Crws comes out from the back, Poppy, gun down. Crystal, the only one left, and he's way too far from the site. Sends out the recon, but JitBoyS is sticking the defuse, and there it is, TLN closes out the second map, and we are going to a map 3. The patience from TLN there to wait.
So like, something I used to see on my old team is being cool, calm, and collected. And there's sometimes that emotions got the best of us.
Quick flick shot into Poppy, all down to Kelly's. Comes in with a shorty, but Governor, point blank range, Talon closes out the map.
Talon, everything on the line as they try to take one step closer towards Masters Bangkok.
We were definitely prepared, and now it's like continuing that momentum going forward.
Last week on the desk, and they're still in the upper bracket, and yet a lot of people are still doubting if they can beat T1.
This is map 1. We were just playing so scared, like scared to swing, scared to die in a video game. That was the biggest thing.
Spike ban sticks in, he needs to stay on it, but he gets pulled apart.
As T1 close out the first map 13-5. A quick scoreline just to kick things off.
It's okay. Play Valorant. It's okay to lose. What are you afraid of? That's the super team. They're supposed to win. So just play Valorant. You can beat this team on by 2. Chill. I'm not even mad about that map, because I know now what's happening. You're beating yourselves.
Trying to be a flood all the way through. There's the Dizzy already. The raise on to the site, but it's Talon with a great crossfire. 3 kills to Talon's name. Thank that for Meteor left all alone, and they just flood him and make sure that Talon...
We had a very good chance getting into top 2. I think macro-wise, we had a really good game.
No, all alone. Meteor is simply on the UI. That's all you can hope for, and that is the map. Talon will take us to map 3.
Me and Crws were basically calling together, so I think that felt very comfortable. If I have a read, they just trust me, go for the play. If he has a read, I trust him, go for the play.
That series is a very good example of how we are at our worst and how we are at our best. We saw both sides of the coin with that.
We'll see if Meteor can win this fight against Primmie. Primmie versus Meteor. Meteor wins and shuts down the Jets. JitBoyS fighting for his life, trying to fake them out. All the mind games thrown, but undercut.
Just we ran out of steam on Haven versus T1. I think there were some rounds where you could say we trolled, but I wouldn't blame it on a particular round or even person. I think it was more of a team collapse.
I mean, we lost because they're the better team.
Don't beat yourselves up over this. It's fine. We got a game on Sunday.
ก็นะครับแพ้แบบจริงๆจังๆเลยแพ้ทางได้แหละผมว่าก็พยายามเต็มที่แล้วผมว่าแต่ก็นั่นแหละแพ้ทาง Gen.G
I think we just need a little bit more time. We try a lot of crazy things, like that's what Talon's known for. It's just making sure we find exactly how it fits for us.
Mistakes happen all the time in games, but they made less mistakes, so they won. Having mistakes in a game is honestly inevitable, so I think minimalizing that mistake is what's important.
Not only is Talon our last Southeast Asian team standing, it's also the Thai team as we duke it out here for Masters Bangkok. They placed 4th last year going into Champions, and they're fighting for their lives to stay in the game for kickoff.
Yeah, just don't overthink it, man. Play with confidence. The truth is, we have everything we need to be better. We're smarter. And please, just don't quit on yourself. Straight up, no matter how bad it gets, they're green. They're not experienced enough. The longer the series go, the bigger the advantage. And then we'll prepare for potentially Gen.G.
Still with the numbers, able to come back into Swarm. Now it's just Crws working alongside Primmie. Unfortunately, Crws will be the first to fall. The next is going to be Primmie.
He wants to clear out the obvious locations first. Finds one, finds two.
In map 1, we weren't reading the game and we didn't use our ults very well.
I think ult usage wasn't still that good, in my opinion.
How ult usage? Yeah. What else?
And when we flood, right, on defense, it's like there's no comms. We're not waiting for players.
Okay, our comms are off.
We don't know where they're going at the end of the day.
We're not reading. We're not reading the game well. We're reacting way too late because one, we're not communicating. We're not set up in positions to be able to use our ultimates. So now we got bind.
Just read the game. Use your ults to help you. You have bind, you have split.
We fixed that, we won the map. Crws gets a lot of hate, but Crws was the first one running it down and just said, F this, I'm running it down. This can be the last 13 rounds that you play in this tournament.
Yeah.
So you better play with some vaults.
Don't be a put, guys.
I think it's fine. I don't hear.
3, 2, 1. Hey, go! Hey! I told you, don't be a I ran in like a maniac, bro.
That just started a whole momentum shift on everybody, because if you have somebody like that, that's like, let's go. If you're not riding that wave, you're gonna get left behind.
With the tap, JitBoyS is just going to hold true. He gets the timing. Waits for Francis to try to do that. Don't get baited by that. JitBoyS will get
I think that was just a huge thing and something that we really needed. And we had some huge clutches and moments. It was good. It felt good to win and bouncing back. We thought it was going to be a 2-0. Didn't end up going that way. So we were like, okay, if we win map 2, we definitely have map 3. We're good. You don't know what you're going to expect with Talon.
Now pushing through from the side. The defuse is going through. Can they make sure they block it with the Yuto for the time being? On time! Not quite. The defuse goes through.
ก็อาจจะไม่ค่อยคุ้นเคยอากาศที่เกาหลีครับเพราะว่าทั้งอยู่ดีก็เย็นเกินแล้วก็ร้อนเกินก็ทัวร์นาเมนต์ก็ดีขึ้นครับผมก็พอใจนิดนึง
It's a really cool feeling of, going into practice, learning a character, scrims, you have certain set plays, and then seeing it in an actual match. That deadlock ult on split. I've been having it in my pocket for months.
Go have it.
Yeah! That's a big moment. It was a little play from one player that created this whole emotional happiness from his teammates. It created the momentum for the rest of the map. And Jit has shown, at least for this tournament, that he's insane.
Because that one kill now, Nongship gets to flood and rush in towards the A side. JitBoyS though will be able to try to hold inside of the Nebula alongside the Annihilation. He swings!
Big clutches, big rounds, big first kills. Obviously I'm new around here, but it's been a lot of fun to watch the growth of these players and also getting the front row seat of seeing their development. And that's a good, fulfilling moment for me as a coach.
All angles covered, sonic sensors still alive. Stealth drone, it does get popped. We'll get one ping, but there's the grab that down. Be slowed down. He's stuck on it. He wants to get away, but he gets taken down. And Primmie will help bring Talon to yet another top 4 position and couple steps away from Masters Bangkok.
We just followed our game plan, which was just give Jit a lot of Ito. Jit was playing off their Ito very well. Split was just good because we had an idea of how to defend in general. Usually people would think of it as Cypher as solo anchor. Instead we decided to just give Kang because he can smoke fast because he's Astra, and give him all the trips and whatever he needs cages, and he can anchor off of that, and it worked out pretty well.
ก็ตรงๆก็คิดว่าพัฒนามามากตั้งแต่ปีแรกก็คิดมากขึ้นอะไรมากขึ้นส่วนตัวก็ประมาณนี้ครับทั้งนอกเกมด้วยในเกมด้วยอะไรอย่างงี้
It felt good to win and bouncing back after, the 2-1 match. So, job's not done. We still got plenty more to play.
Talon, the only remaining Southeast Asia team, they have their eyes on the prize, getting to that hometown stage in Masters Bangkok. But first, they have to get through Gen.G.
So much pressure on the line here. I can't even imagine what's going through, in particular, the Talon players' minds. An entire nation is behind you right now, watching this match, hoping that you can get it done.
Respect where it's due, right? Gen.G is a top team.
They're very solid. They're very fundamentally sound.
Definitely deserve, top 4. So do we.
They're a hard opponent, but not playing very well. And as a team, I feel like we're not playing very well either. and yet we're still top 4. So we just play to our potential. We just play our game. It can be any team, I don't care.
In season, even last year, they beat us pretty bad. All I'm saying, it's about time we beat them.
It's not by luck why we're here, and we definitely deserve to be here. So it's time to prove it.
Well, already we're off to the races as Governor's going up and over the top, and Karen is just shooting him out of the sky like a clay pigeon. And however, holding things down, finds 2 outside over by Bounty.
Time and space to set the crunch on the push out, and another kill for Ban.
Players dangerously low, but Crws gets the 1-tap, putting down Munchkin, and Talon get the pistol.
You know, when it comes to the coaching staff, we just got to make sure that we can create this plan so that the players go in as prepared as possible to just focus on what they need to do and not have to worry about anything else.
This attacker side is really annoying.
The barrel not gonna be spotted there. They think that they are in the clear, but JitBoyS is picking them to pieces.
One of my all-time favorite players to watch is Jit. Little info spot there, but Karen really can't do anything about it.
The Molly still is gonna be a risk though, because the pressure's coming in from the flank. Governor turns back and looks like he will be able to escape. This is already a fantastic start for Talon, 3-0 on the bonus conversion.
It looked like we knew exactly what they were doing. Sometimes you just don't hit shots. That's Valorant.
No showstopper here, which would be a critical one that you would love to have. Annihilation going to be sent out. Primmie goes swinging and somehow wins the fight. Governor now planting his feet. Picks up 1, but Foxy tries to hold down that side. What is that? How does he connect that spray?
When you give room for a team like that to capitalize, it's just so much harder for everyone else to play again.
Whittled away at it, pushing out of the smoke, dead. 13-7, Gen.G.
We did everything we could to prepare our Lotus against them, but it didn't work out.
ก็คงต้องขยันดูวอตดูอะไรขยันซ้อมมากกว่าเดิมอะไรประมาณนี้ทั้งเรื่องการคอด้วยในเกมแล้วก็การเล่นส่วนตัวต่างๆด้วย
ก็คิดว่าจะได้มาบัตเตอร์แบงคอกครับแต่ก็ไม่ได้มาก็สู้ไม่ได้ครับผมก็ไม่รู้จะทำไงก็ได้หลายอย่างครับผมทั้งในเกมแล้วก็อาจจะคุมอารมณ์ไม่อยู่บางจังหวะครับ
Like I said, I feel like we did pretty well. If we actually want to be top 4, top 2, we have to improve.
ก็ถ้าจะทุกครั้งที่แพ้ก็ได้บทเรียนตลอด
มาสเตอร์ก่อนแล้วกันอย่างแรก ไม่มาสเตอร์อะไรนะโทรอนโตอะนั่นแหละมาสเตอร์โทรอนโตเพื่อพมันก็ขอเล่นดีทุกคนครับ
นั่นก็อยากจะคัดไปได้อีกสักรายการ2 รายการแล้วก็
ก็ขอบคุณทุกคนที่คอยติดตามแล้วก็คอยเชียร์พวกเรานะครับ
ก็ขอบคุณแฟนๆที่ตามเชียร์ทารอนครับถึงแม้ว่าจะไม่ได้มาสเตอร์แบงคอกแต่ก็
And I hope you guys keep on supporting us and trust me, we'll do much better.
ไม่ทำให้ผิดหวัง
Now that we're going our separate ways, I'm going to be cheering for these guys no matter what.
It was a really growing moment for me in terms of as a person and as a player. Overall, I am pretty happy with what we achieved.
You know, the journey that I've been taking on this year and a half has just been like, it's a crazy experience, and like no matter how it ended.
It was hard trying to go with the full international roster, but they all worked hard and the results somewhat show that.
And I know it's cliche, but this team has just been a family to me. You know, Crws, JitBoyS, Ban, Primmie, they'll always be my brothers.
I think Frost was a pivotal part of the team. He's a good mentor, good coach. Honestly, nothing to say bad about him at all because he's done a lot as a coach and as a person.
You know, I really am looking forward to how they'll do now in Pacific. You know, with this change, they obviously can now communicate in Thai. And I'm going to feel pride when I watch these guys play next year. Lastly, now just thank you to the fans, like all of you guys who have just welcomed me.
Even though when we play bad, even though when we play good, I think a lot of the fans were very supportive, which I appreciate. Thank you so much, guys.
You know, from the bottom of my heart, Cup and Cup.